Hey everyone, welcome back to Magically Unstable. I'm Kurt.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are here to talk about Disney.
And our anxiety.
And that's why we're magically
unstable. Oh, Jesus.
Let's do that one more time.
Or we can just keep that whole thing.
Oh my God, that made me lightheaded. Oh my God.
I'm Kurt.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are here to talk about Disney.
And our anxiety.
And that's why we're
magically unstable.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are super excited. We have a lot to talk about this week. A lot of news, a lot of experiences that were had to be talked about. But first, before we dive in and get started on this episode, let's have a check-in because we didn't check in last week. So let's start with Nicole. How is your week? I am fingers crossed that it's good, because if it's not, I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't know. That smile with you literally shaped your lip for the perfect rabbit tooth smile. It was legit the best thing I've seen. You have to be having a good week.
You excited for Easter?
I'm excited for the Reese's egg that's sitting in my Woodman's bag. Yeah. 79-cent Reese's egg at Woodman's. Yeah, my week has been pretty great. It's, I'm dog sitting again, so it's just, I'm away from home. I miss my cats, but I put clay in my hair earlier today.
Nope, not
we
this
thought
time.
It was bleach.
And my hair did not fall out.
What are you doing?
It looked like
Nick and I both thought it was bleach, and Nick was concerned. I told her that I hope your hair fell out.
I was just kind of fresh start regardless. So, yeah, no,
nice. That's good. That's a nice
good
change of pace.
Pretty good week.
I like that. Nick, how's your week going?
Isn't it? Same. I was gonna ask her.
Who am I answering?
Nick, how's your week going?
Well, you know how it goes here at Magically Unstable.
Yes.
When the boomerang, goes around, it comes back like a motherfucking bitch. And that boomerang hit me this last week. This week has sucked asshole. Today's a pretty good day though. Yeah. I mean, if y'all are staring at me to go on, if y'all really want to hear about it.
Well, why did this week suck? I know last week sucked.
Well, I guess when you guys listen to this, it will be 2 weeks before, I guess. But my dog died. Had to watch that over FaceTime. R.I.P. Jack.
Was that this week?
It was a week from less than a week ago. It was 5 days ago.
Damn.
Yeah, so yeah, it is this week. He was having liver failure, congestive heart failure. We didn't know. Mom took him in literally that day. He got put down. It was really tragic.
Rest in power, poo-poo.
Yeah, he was the best. So I don't want to dedicate any of our episodes to people because they're so offensive and so not nice that it's is it doing us any justice to dedicate it? Yeah, both my cats are sick now. I don't know what the hell happened, but one of them got a kitty cold and gave it to the other one. So now they're just sneezing and sad, and it's just sad around the apartment.
Okay, but Nova's,
I know.
Hey,
really
you know what's some
sad
positivity
about
that you
it.
can look up to, though? Your cat's not in a teapot.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. My cats are not dead or cremated in a teapot like Kurt's mother. So,
Right.
Yeah, but
Man.
It'll get better. So, yeah. Kurt, what about your week other than your mom's dead cat in a teapot?
I can't top that. Honestly, my week has been pretty great. Finally, I have been mentally okay with auditioning again, and the thought of being on an active set again. So that's been going, and that's been great. Not too much to complain about. It's been pretty good.
You have no idea how bad I just pray when you go to these auditions in person that it's literally some fucking serial killer and your ass just gets handed to you in a basement.
I mean, the nice thing about COVID and auditioning is that everything is self-taped. So unfortunately, that won't be happening anytime soon.
Damn it. Nicole and I,
so it won't be like an exposed tape of Kurt getting tied up.
I mean, I have
it.
gone on an audition that I honestly thought that may have happened. It was just a hallway of like some rundown building of just doors, and I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was responding to me. It was pretty scary.
Nice.
But yeah, luckily that's not happening.
Open the door that you think the audition's behind.
Luckily that is not happening. Hopefully anytime soon. But yeah, it was my week. My week is pretty good.
That's great.
How about we head into housekeeping, because it is going to be a loaded housekeeping for Disneyland.
God. Yes. So, hello. Welcome to this podcast. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, you know what motherfucking time it is. It's housekeeping. So let's go ahead and, oh wait, this is where we just talk about all things new, like Disney news and the company, parks, all that good stuff. So this week, Kurt, I'm so jealous of all your news. I don't even want to hear it. So Nicole.
Too bad.
You start. What is your Disney news this week for the company?
Yeah. You know, mine's probably the smallest news, which is fine. But like it's enough news to like just irritate me enough. It'll irritate you guys. Well,
I don't know.
Will it though?
You have to tell us
Nobody
first.
I'd rather just keep you in this suspicion, but I guess I'll just spill the fucking beans. But Disney Plus is raising their monthly subscription $1 starting this Friday. Let me get the date for you, because is this Friday today? This Friday's today. The 26th. They're raising the price today.
It'll be a week from this, so it'll be.
Yeah, I know.
Nicole,
That's
you're
why I said the
talking in the future.
So they raised the price.
We're still getting a hang of this whole podcast thing, if you can't tell.
We get it, though. We get it. 26th.
Yeah, the 26th. I.e. today, the day the podcast is being recorded.
Yay.
Today's the day.
Happy birthday.
Not yay. Not yay.
You know it's
happy
better than
birthday,
25.
No, it's 24.
I know.
You
No, I'm not an idiot, bitch. It didn't work out.
Sorry.
Why would I say 24 if it's the 25th? Anyways, Nicole's housekeeping is basically Disney Plus is raising its price.
I just need to finish my housekeeping.
Now these two are going to have a death match.
Okay, well, right now it's currently $6.99 a month, and they're raising it to $7.99 a month. Bullshit, Disney. That's all.
Honestly,
it's enough to irritate
that
me.
affects probably like, I would say like 90% of people listening to this podcast, because
Yeah.
It's an extra $12 a year.
yeah, what the fuck, you know? Well, that's pooey.
fuck? Exactly.
Go ahead, Kurt. Go ahead, gloat about your Disneyland. What were those angry eyes for?
That was my pooey?
No. I said that's pooey about
I know.
Disney Plus. Anyway, this is not.
If you guys
pooey.
can tell, we're all a little magically unstable today.
Just a little bit.
But I think magically unstable in the best way. Shut the fuck up.
All right, Disneyland. Wow, a lot came out this week. Holy shit. So I don't even know where to begin, because I honestly don't even know what to call it, really. Disneyland released a press release, I guess, through the Orange County Registrar, basically saying that they're going to be extending the theme parks and shopping and dining and maybe some hotels. They're calling it Disney Forward, and they're basically, I think it's all going to take place over the next
Wisconsin.
10. Yeah, literally. It's going to take place over the next decade. But the main thing is that nothing is approved yet. I just want to put that out into the open. Nothing is going to happen until it gets approved by the government. Nothing will happen until it's approved. So everything that you read that says third theme park coming to Disneyland, it's not true. it's not even going to be an extra theme park. It's just they're extending the park. They're adding new lands.
Oh, you mean like all those clickbait news, like news articles right now that are like, Disneyland's opening another park. Like, bitch,
no, it's not. It's extending Disneyland and DCA. That's the plan. And then they're going to try and move downtown Disney over to the Toy Story parking lot, which is like behind DCA. It's like across the street from DCA, and make it its own separate entity, which from the concept art looks like a little hybrid of downtown Disney and Disney Springs, but it also looks like there's a little hotel back there. But yeah, I did some research because I feel like it's really hard to look at concept art and be like, oh, that's going to be this. It's like, I mean, even when I tried, I was like, that looks like World of Disney. And it was absolutely not World of Disney. So I did some research and some more things came out in the past 24 hours since it was announced. And they're going to try to extend Disneyland. Basically, when you look at the map, they're going to try to extend Disneyland and DCA to the left and take over kind of where Disneyland Hotel is and Paradise Pier Hotel and kind of interweave the hotels within the extension. But Disneyland is going to try to expand into a Frozen themed area, like a Frozen land, a Tangled theme area, and a Peter Pan area. So 3 new lands that will hopefully be coming to Disneyland Resort. A lot of the concept art looks like a lot of things that are already kind of in production with Disney parks around the world. DCA is going to be hopefully extending for a Toy Story land, Tron Light Cycle coaster, and there's one more thing. Oh, the Wakanda area, which I would assume is going to be like to the side of Avengers Campus, which would honestly make sense to just revamp that whole like back weird meet and greet area. That's just a random corner of DCA. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot that came out, but there's also nothing that's set in stone. But we can just cross our fingers and hope for the best. And honestly, you know what? It's probably going to come down to that. We're going to get a fountain and some new parking signs in Mickey and Minnie parking garage.
Go team.
And then
that's probably all that's going to happen. Yeah. And then tickets will be like $300 a day.
Perfect. Just what we wanted. Right. Real hot take. Nicole, what would you be most excited to see come to Disneyland? Like all over theme.
Me? Just kidding. I've never been to Disneyland. I don't know.
No, out of the new things.
Zootopia.
Perfect. Kurt, what would you be most excited?
Frozen.
Nice. Obviously, y'all know mine. It'd be Wakanda. Isn't Black Panther, isn't that like where Killmonger grew up in like LA, right?
I have no idea.
Have you guys ever seen the movie?
I've seen Black Panther, I think, once or twice.
I've seen it like half.
Oh my God. I can't, whatever.
Watch Marvel, my dude.
I saw it in theaters. I'm currently rewatching all of the Marvel films, so ask me that again in like a week.
That's fair.
Ask me that again in like 3 years, please.
No, because you're going to watch Black Panther before that. But anyway, Wakanda, like, if you're listening to this, I'm pretty sure Eric Killmonger grew up in LA. Great. That's really great news. Obviously, like everything exciting is happening in Disneyland right now, I feel. So my news is just kind of like the same as every other news article that comes out of like Disney World just doing little shit here and there. So they're testing out like facial recognition in the park, which is interesting to me. Because if you look at the parameters, like it's only in testing right now and it's obviously optional. They don't make you like do it. But you have to take your hat off. You have to take your glasses off, but you keep your mask on. So if you think about it, like iPhone can't even handle like recognizing your face with a mask on. So I'm really interested to see how that technology is going to work, especially if masks go away.
Yeah.
What do they like memorize like your fucking eyebrows or something, your hairline? Like,
what if
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if it has to do with like maybe it's like a short-term thing. Like since you only need it to like it's basically replacing the fingerprint. So maybe it doesn't have to be like a permanent thing, like next time you come back, we have this on file type of thing.
Who knows? I guess they're testing now, so we'll see what comes out of it, because it's not even like something that's coming. It's just they're literally, well, I'm sure it's coming, but they're just testing it. Really quick, Kurt and I are really excited. Sorry, Nicole. I'm sure Wisconsin's coming next. But by like mid-April, we'll both be vaccinated.
Yay!
Fully vaccinated.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah. So Florida and California both set. Florida was April 5th, all adults over the age of 18. And then yours was the 15th, right? Everyone over 16 years old is eligible for a vaccine.
Yep.
So that means that, you know, we've all been worried this whole podcast. The next time we all go to Disney, we really, really wanted to be vaccinated. So that is going to be a truth now, because we're all going to get together at the end of June. So we will all, well, hopefully, Nicole, you'll be vaccinated as well. Yeah, but that is all for housekeeping. I feel like pretty interesting news. Obviously, really excited, Kurt, to hear more about Disneyland as that develops.
Yeah, can't wait. I will keep you informed.
Nice. Okay, so then it's time for break number 1. Let's go ahead and take that now, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, everyone, now that we're stopped, let's take a minute to shout out to our socials.
Since you've made it this far, maybe subscribe to our podcast. You can subscribe wherever you're listening, like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or whatever you're listening on right now.
You can also follow us over on Instagram and TikTok at Foreverland Fairy Tales.
And most importantly, if you want more Disney content, or if you want to listen to our podcast on YouTube, make sure you find us there. We're at Foreverland Fairy Tales, and just remember to subscribe.
All right, let's get back to the episode.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
All right, welcome back from that little break. All right, let's head into this week's video, which was all about the Flower and Garden Festival, not Food and Wine.
And not food and
You
flowers.
did it. Oh, you did it.
Food and garden.
He did it.
Flower
I
and
don't say
wine.
Food and wine.
You know what?
What
I
the
honestly was typing up my notes for this episode, this podcast recording, and I put Flower and Garden, and I almost screenshotted it, but I thought that you would fly to California and chop my head off. So I didn't. And I was like, I'm just going to redo that.
Yeah,
and
he
just
said it
just
right, but
leave
he
that
meant
for
to
me.
say it wrong.
He just said it right.
God damn it.
I
See?
even typed flower
That's
and
what happens
garden,
when you
and
torture.
I knew you were gonna fly out here and kick my ass.
That honestly was so
Yeah,
perfect.
that was better than any
That was so
screenshot.
perfect, because that just, yeah, I needed that. But yeah, it's all about Flower and Garden, which, you know what? If it was about Food and Wine, I'd be just excited. I'd be just as excited. We can't talk today. So this video, obviously, if y'all heard the other podcast about vegetarian options at Flower and Garden, this one's just what? This one is, I finally got to go and film like an overall experience. So I figured we could just do a little, like, I don't know, I could talk about it if you guys have questions.
I
that you've
have
been
a couple
thinking of.
questions, so I would like to ask you some stuff after you give a little recap, if you would like to.
Yeah. So I'm not going to bore you guys with a super long recap, because I'm pretty sure I did that in the last podcast. But this is just the festival in Epcot that is kind of focused all around like sustainability, gardening, farming, fresh, vibrant flavors. It's all about natural, like the natural world, life cycles of pollinators, and it's like a super educational, really fun festival that's connected to all things that mean a lot to us here in Foreverland. You know, we've got a lot of hippie. Okay, I'm like mostly the hippie, but like I love the earth. I love things with flowers and bugs. I like the sun. But yeah, it's kind of the whole focus. So that's all I'm really going to go into, because if you want to know more about the festival, you can watch our YouTube video where I do like a whole overview, or even listen to the last podcast if you haven't heard it, where we talk about Flower and Garden. So, all right, hit me with your questions.
All right, so I would like to talk to you about the garden graze. You talked about it at the end of the video briefly, but I would like to hear more about that, because I would probably do anything for a mango lime Dole Whip. So
I know, right? I know. It sounds literally like probably like the most refreshing flavor of Dole Whip. Yeah, so the Garden Graze is really actually, I think it's like the coolest like little side thing that you can do. So it's a lot like the scavenger hunts. Or actually, Kurt, you know what it reminds me of? The Food and Wine Festival at DCA that we did, where you pay like a price for a booklet and you can just like eat stuff out of the booklet. So this one is really exciting because it's all plant-based. So it's like, it's designed to get people to try more plant-based foods if you aren't a vegan, or even if you are a vegan, obviously you can do it, but it was kind of designed to get people to try more plant-based options. So basically you buy the booklet for like $25 and you go around and you have to try 5 different plant-based items that they offer this year. And once you do that, you turn it into, I don't know, probably the Pineapple Promenade. I don't really know. You turn it into, it says it on the map, and you get, your prize is Mango Lime Dole Whip, which is super cool. Like you get literal like food as your,
can you get that
your prize
if you don't do the little event, or like can you buy it separately, or do you have to get it like it's solely through this like other event?
You cannot buy it separately anywhere. So you can, if you don't want to try all the food, you can just buy the map. Like Disney is so, they don't care even with the scavenger hunts. Like you don't ever have to do it, but you do have to like pay for the map and present it. That's the only way you can get it.
How much is the map?
It's like $25, $25.99.
Is the food included in the price? Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah. You just have yes. It's you just like bring it up for redemption or whatever.
That is actually a really good deal, and I'll probably do that in June.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys if you wanted to do it because it sounded really cool.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So,
I mean, one of my favorite things, well, versions of Dole Whip is the mango chili lime Dole Whip that they have at the Tropical Hideaway in Disneyland, and it's just that kind of made me think of it without all the chili on it. So I feel like that might be like my close second.
Oh, I bet it's so good. It looks like a pale green color, so that was kind of interesting because mango is like such a prominent like orange.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be like pistachio.
Yeah. So that sounds
Nice.
super fun. I cannot wait to do that.
Nicole, do you have any questions for Nick?
You know, I was drawing back on memories because Kurt's never been to the. Oh, you got me saying Food and Wine Festival, bitch. The Flower and Garden Festival. But I went last year and I was just like looking through pictures and videos, and it just made me reminisce on all the topiaries and shit. And I know that's all kind of the same, but I came across the can I help you? My favorite dish that I had. And it was the not the cake pop. Oh my God, the macaron on a stick from France. There's not a chance that they have that again. That's not my question, but
I think they do. I honestly feel like it's offered. I don't think it's at the festival booth though. I think it's offered at like the gelato place in the back.
Oh my God.
But I remember bringing this up either when I did the vegetarian options or not. It's somewhere. I don't know, girl.
I feel like it's like chocolate covered or something.
It
I
is.
feel like I
It's a chocolate-
vaguely remember something about this.
Yeah, it's a chocolate one, and I don't know if they have it.
See, I don't want to get my hopes up. Just give me like 30 seconds of your time, not even, because I just found it. This monstrosity. Shut the fuck up. Do they have it? Oh my God.
Let me look. I don't know.
We'll post it on the pod. Nicole is shoving her phone into the camera. We'll post it up on our Instagram.
Let's see. Because that's
I see it, Nicole. I see it so much that I see myself. I literally see my reflection in your phone.
Large chocolate macaron. I don't know if it's on the stick, but they do have it. But the thing is the one that you're showing me is from 2019. So I honestly don't know if it has. It is on the stick. It's on the stick. So yeah, they do have it.
Oh my God. Okay, well that made my night.
You know what I can't wait to do? Go with you in June. You order it, and I just take it and eat the whole thing.
I will get kicked out of Disney for fist fighting you. No more fight.
Oh my God.
That's one.
What was your favorite dish, do you think? I'm sorry, Kurt.
Oh my God. I'm so upset because I thought that we were going to eat more between the two of us than we did. We ate like 5 things, but like it didn't even make a dent in all of the things that I wanted to try.
So should we TBD that to June or?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I can tell you that the frushi I had was super fucking bland and not very good.
Oh, man.
So don't get that. Yeah, it was disgusting. Like they use
what did it consist of?
What's in it?
So the outside, like the seaweed part is like dried melon. And it literally was the consistency of paper, like thin paper. Then it's sweet rice, which I actually really liked the sweet rice.
Okay.
And then on the inside, it was literally just like chopped up. I think it was cantaloupe and maybe strawberry, but like the melon was completely dry, like no juice to it. It was literally dry pieces of.
So it was like a bad
not dried
cantaloupe.
fruit. It was. Just like dried out hard. It was not good.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was. And it looks like it has the potential. Like imagine cutting, if you like kiwi or like melon, like cutting out fresh melon and putting all that inside of it and just having it a little thicker, but like
the
juicy.
Juice of it. Like I feel like,
or even just like mango.
Right. Yeah.
Like, cause like mango sticky rice is like a really popular dessert, and I feel like that would be delicious.
Yeah, it was really gross.
Damn.
I did not like it at all.
Damn, because they even could have done like very thinly sliced fresh melon, even like if they did like.
And yes,
why did they have to dry? I mean, like I guess because it's sushi. Or like,
probably because it was fresh when they actually cut it, and then by the time it got to the booth and somebody bought it, it was all dried up and sold out.
Yeah, it was nasty. I did not like it. The potato pancakes were fucking bomb. They were so good. I fucking said this in the vegetarian podcast that I wanted to try them without applesauce. And when I got them, I panicked and the guy was like, with applesauce. And I legit was like, yeah, that's fine. So I got it with applesauce again. And I don't like the applesauce. I think it's super bland. And I think it just kind of ruins the taste of the potato pancake. But it's so good.
Did you have the milkshake that you talked about? The like maple popcorn milkshake?
No, I just talked about it.
Okay, because I was like, that sounds kind of disgusting.
I know. Yeah, that was the first booth that I went to where I was like, maple popcorn milkshake, and like it was something that they brought back this year because people like loved it. But it's at the Canada booth, yeah. And no, I did not. The only shake I had was the orange bird shake. Let me tell you, if you are old enough to know what a push pop is, it was so good. It tasted like a melted push pop. So
that's why I love the what the fuck is it called in Magic Kingdom? Citrus Corner?
Yeah, the citrus swirl. Yes.
Yeah.
The like, Sunshine Terrace.
I will always get, yes, there it is. I will always get that over Dole Whip just because it makes me think of a Flintstones push pop and I can eat more of it. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, you can get the orange bird sipper and get that because it's really fucking good.
So can you if you get the orange bird sipper, can you get the drink in something else like you can with popcorn? Like, you know how when you buy a popcorn bucket, you can get the popcorn in its own like separate thing?
So interestingly enough, when I ordered it, the cashier did not give me the option. I didn't push it. And when I went to the counter, I was like looking around to see if they had any other sort of cup, and I didn't see one. So I'm not going to say yes or no, because we kind of got it wasn't even that late. It was like 7:00, and I could tell like the cast member was done. Like, she didn't want to deal with it. And when I asked, I was like, can I get it separately? She was just kind of like, no. And I know you can, like, especially that they do it with popcorn and with COVID. Like, I guarantee they have a cup, like a disposable cup that you can get it in separately. But I was not given the option. Yes.
We'll have to find out about that. Because I think that would be really good information to know.
Well, I'm sure as well, like, there are some people that might want that shake that don't want the sipper. So I'm sure they have like a $3 version of it.
Like they
I'm sure you can, but I don't know. I'm sorry. But it was really good.
Yeah. Those are all my questions. I think the video was super informative. I just wanted to know more about those in the podcast, because those are the things that I really want to know about for June.
Yeah, I'm actually really sad. You guys are coming just a little bit too late. And my mom, actually, after she gets vaccinated, she's coming down. And she's even coming too late. And she's coming in May. But it started, it would have been a week from today. So like 2 weeks ago now. The extravaganza one, the one that you guys have in downtown Disney, they started that. And the little eggs, I told Michael, I was like, we have to go do that, because I'm Polish, and a part of our tradition is you buy pezanki, and they're little wooden eggs, and literally just like all Polish people just have like a basket of wooden eggs in their house. And it's like what these Disney ones are, and they're so cute. So I really want to do that and get a Disney themed pezanki this year.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's coming soon as well. That's a new little fun thing. And obviously, like, I don't want to talk about all of it, but like, if you guys love, even if you're not like a big nature person, but you love like gardens and stuff like that, so many gardens to look at. Each country has their own garden. There are all these new themed gardens like all over Future West and Future East. Like, it's so cool just to go look at all of the stuff there. So beautiful.
I'm really excited to go mostly to Epcot for this festival, because one because I haven't been there before, but for the festival. But I think that it's not that Epcot is a 1 day or like a half day park for me. Like, I enjoy Epcot. It's probably one of my favorite parks at Walt Disney World. But I feel like the consensus with Epcot is like, you can't really do much else but a couple rides and walk around World Showcase like 2 or 3 times for the day. So I'm really excited to go and like walk around all these gardens and just have like all this little extra stuff to do. I'm really excited. And it was a really good video.
Yeah, especially too with the like little scavenger hunts that like the garden grays. Michael and I did Spike the Bee, his pollination scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And that took us like all day, and it made us walk around. Like, we were going to give up because it was almost park closed, and we hadn't found like 2 of the locations because they were like out of even Future West. Like, they were not close to the showcase, and I was like, I kind of just want to give up. And Michael made me go and look for them, and it literally took us from the time we got there until like close to find all of them. So it was just like another added layer of just these really awesome fun things at Epcot that people don't know you can do with your family or like with your friends. And it also makes you, all of these scavenger hunts make you explore the pavilions, which a lot of people don't know how much are actually in the pavilions. Like, I mean, obviously not that much because of COVID, and a lot of them are still closed, but there's so many shops in and out. Like, you'll find little theater shows like that people never knew of. A lot of people don't know there's
little museums.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know there's a ride in the Mexico Pavilion. Like, just explore. And these festivals just make you do it.
I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most with that. Like, you articulated that better than I just did, but I like just something to do while you're walking around the World Showcase, and something to do in between your cocktails and appetizers.
Yeah, which I would like to say, some of y'all go really hard in Epcot, and like, I don't drink. I'm not saying that like I've never drank. Like, I like to drink beer maybe like 2 times a year in like 1 beer. And so when I go to Epcot, I never drink. And by the end of the night, I'm always stone cold sober. And some of y'all are insane. Like, we left, I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes before park close, and people were literally plastered, like shit-faced. And I'm just like, God, I feel so bad for Epcot cast members.
I mean, there are
that.
people who go like specifically to Epcot to only drink, and that's all they do all day.
Say where you get the
I don't know
Which I guess that's what you want to do more. Like, that.
Yeah.
Literally, like more power to you if
How
your
can
body
your
can handle
wallet
that.
handle
But
it?
yikes.
Yeah, I totally. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any problem. Obviously, like if you're in Disney, you're probably staying on a resort and you have a designated
Lloyd the
driver
bus
or
driver.
whatever. Like, have fun, you know. Right, Lloyd. It just, I was like, oh my gosh, like, you people you go hard and you're really Epcot enthusiasts.
Hey, there it is.
So yeah, it's the Flower and Garden Festival. It's so much fun. Seriously, like, I think it is my favorite festival out of all of the festivals. So I recommend if you're able to go.
I can't wait to go and give all of you listeners a 3-person take on Flower and Garden Festival once it is over.
I can't wait for all of us to be together because we can all eat so much more food. It's so much better when you have like 5 people.
And we could all just have like one bite of everything.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Alrighty, let's head into our next little break and we will come back with our therapy session. All right, welcome back from our little siesta.
We just
Nice.
sat here and stared at each other, and then Nicole and Kurt started arguing.
What's new? All right, let's head into our therapy session. I believe it is my
fucking
therapy
stand,
session this
Kurt.
week.
It's not mine.
Great. So I want to piggyback right off of my coping session last week of change. And that's what piggybacking looks like, Nicole. And I'm going to talk about change and how it just irks me. All of the change that is happening with Disney parks and experiences over this past year.
I know you literally just said it piggybacks off of your coping session, but I almost sang the same exact song that I sang last week, and I was like, that's deja vu. Did that
Only
even
if you
make
have
the
Nicole like being purple laughing and asking if that's from Shrek.
That's right. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted.
Look at her blank stare. She doesn't even remember.
Time can't change me, but
She's laughing again. She remembered now.
It's like, wait, what? And then the connection's off.
Literally. I could see it in your face.
Yes.
Okay, Kurt, go ahead. Go off.
So basically all the change that's happening with Walt Disney World and Disneyland and I mean change is good. I'm not one of those people who thinks that the theme park has to stay how it is or how it was when I was a kid for the rest of my life because I'm against all of the change. I just feel like it's all happening at once and it's a little overwhelming for me. So one of the things that I would like to talk about more specifically on that is Snow White's Scary Adventures and how that had to change. I'm really excited about it. I look forward to the new technology, and that's about it. Like, I just don't understand why they had to change the entire thing. I don't like. It was an opening day attraction. They had already gotten rid of it at Walt Disney World. Why? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just that, and then it's just this expansion, and then there's just so many things that are happening, and I'm just like, can we at least just go to the park though? Like, can we just go to the park? Can I just go to Disneyland once and just experience it before everything just changes again? Yeah. I would have loved, I guess, to know that they were going to completely change Snow White's Scary Adventures before the park closed.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
I would have liked to have ridden it, so thank you, Disney, for literally closing it the week I visited, and then thank you, COVID-19, for closing the park. They completely just fucking remodeled it
Literally.
the whole time.
like I feel like when they closed Snow White, they said that it was going to be new black lights, some new animatronics. It was going to be some updated features. And then COVID-19 happened. We didn't hear anything. And then it was like November, and they were like, hey, guess what? It's not even the same ride. Ha 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 ha. I'm like,
Sparkle, 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 sparkle.
okay. Thanks for that. And it's like, I feel it's like, what if they just like completely redid the storyline of Haunted Mansion?
Honestly, they might.
Right. I feel like I'm excited. I look forward to change. I look forward to these things happening. I am very Snow White and what the fuck is it called? Enchanted Wish will probably be the first ride that I go on once the park reopens. But it's just like, I don't know. Just sometimes when I think about it, it's just like, can I just fucking go to the park? Like, can I just go to the park, please?
Fair.
And like, can you not keep changing shit? Can I just enjoy it once?
That's fair. That is, I feel like I can feel you on Walt
and then
Disney World.
I think as I'm having this therapy session and like talking out my feelings, I feel like a huge part of why maybe it irks me so much is like there's just the constant clickbait that comes from it. And I think that might be the root of this problem. Is it's not really the change that bothers me, it's just the constant misinformation that the Disney quote unquote influencer media news outlets that they've created themselves put out there. And it's just like this whole thing with the Disney third gate, like nowhere in the plans at all did it ever say it was opening a third park, but that's all you saw on Instagram. Or when Bob Chapek came out and was like, hey, we're gonna hope for like end of April, it was like, oh, Disney announced they're reopening April 30th or April 1st. It was April 1st. And it was like April 1st, Disneyland's reopening. April 1st, it's going to reopen. And it's just like the smallest bit of information, people just fucking run with it. And I think I'm just exhausted from that. And I think it's just really frustrating. And it's just annoying. It's just, I feel like it goes against a lot of what we are as Foreverland, of giving people like a true Disney experience and that we don't really sugarcoat anything. And I feel like that's just what all these people are doing, and it's just kind of really frustrating to me.
That's so fair. It is frustrating, especially because Disney uses this as free press, and they won't release a lot of official statements on things on their website. So when you search news for like Disneyland expanding, the first like 3 articles, maybe 4, maybe 5 that pop up are not Disney sourced.
Right.
It's these news outlets that kind of spew bullshit. I mean, there's one out there that legit, it's like a 50-50 shot if you're actually reading a true news article or not. And that's like concerning.
Yeah. I mean,
that's not accurate reporting or like trustful reporting.
You know, it's not the same thing, but you know, we were talking about this earlier in our group chat that, you know, I feel like a lot of these issues with like clickbait and just misleading headlines and just so that people can pocket the money from the ad revenue of you clicking on their blog or clicking on their website. You know, it's honestly, it's no better than your fucking uncle and cousin reading a QAnon article and just believing that that's true. Like, it, like kind of like what I said with the TikTok, like, did you actually learn something, or are you just agreeing with somebody else's 60-second opinion? Like, maybe we should all just do our research and not fucking flam the flames. Oh my god.
Flam
the flames. Fan. There we go.
Fan the flame.
Fan the flames of. Another thing that I have is dyslexia. Look at that. There it is. Fan the flames of of just all this clickbait shit. It's just frustrating. It's annoying, and I'm just over it.
That's so fair. It's like, I swear to God, the last episode, it all ties in. It's like it's a flowing. Nicole, there's a camera behind you on the ceiling.
Yeah, I know.
There's a flowing.
I know. I think there's like one in the bookshelf too.
Nice. There's this like flowing theme of just how destructive social media and news outlets have gotten nowadays, to where it's just like you can't get an authentic opinion about anything anymore.
Yeah, there was one, I'm actually just remembering this, when Downtown Disney had first reopened this past summer. There was one, it was like a Disney, I think it's like Disneyland News something. I don't remember what the Instagram name is anymore, but it's like a Disneyland News page. They're like a Disneyland News page on Instagram. And I was in line for Marceline's or something, and I want to say it was opening day. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was like the next day. I don't remember anymore. But I was standing in line at Marceline's. There was nobody around me. Everybody was adhering to the 6 feet social distancing, and like everyone was wearing masks. There were no issues. And I go on Instagram while I'm waiting in line, and I see that like this page had posted like lines were out the door, no social distancing was in place, cast members weren't enforcing anything, people weren't wearing masks, it's impossible to social distance. And so then I had to post, I ended up posting a picture on my Disney Dancer account, and I was like, hey, I'm literally standing in line right now. You can see everybody is socially distanced, everybody has a mask on, there were no lines to get in. It was fine. It was just a normal thing that was going on. There was nothing dramatic about it. There was nothing, pressing that you had to make this super dramatic article to get people to click onto your blog. It's just, I don't know. I feel the need to fight clickbait news now, and I don't know why. It's just,
fair. It's anything to get that comment, anything to stir up conversation on your posts, anything to just, and I mean, a huge thing, I remember you and I were even talking about it, like as it was happening. I was like, I think I posted on Foreverland too, now that I think about it, but I think you did. I was like, I wanted to consult with you, and I was like, because I really felt like they were just fear-mongering people into not going or not thinking that it's safe. And somebody with anxiety, if I wasn't at Downtown Disney and I had seen that, I would have been like, there's no way I'm going. If this person was there and that was their experience, like, why would I put myself in that situation? So I feel like I had to put a post out there and be like, hey, this is my experience. I'm not saying that this is an overall, like, overarching statement of what your experience is going to be, but like, I'm fine. I'm here. Social distancing is a thing. Wearing masks is a thing. I think it's all just really important for us to remember that one person's experience that they put in a headline because they have a large following does not dictate what your experience is going to be like. Totally true. And we see it every day. I mean, every single day, if I'm on like Foreverland's feed, if I had just gotten back from the park, sure enough, someone in our feed will have posted something at the park that they did this. Some of it is really cute and genuine, of like cute couples or friends that like do stuff, but like I'll see something where it'll be like, oh my God, wall to wall people, shoulder to shoulder, and I'll have just gotten back from the park and been like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's everywhere. So just be mindful of what media you're consuming, of what influencers you're giving your time and attention to, because not everyone has your best interest in mind.
Right. Just try, and like I said, just try to remember that like somebody else's experience does not dictate your experience. And I think that that's also why like I take reviews with a grain of salt, like with reviews with restaurants or reviews of movies. Like, my opinion is going to differ from everybody else's opinion because it's my opinion. It's my mind that is making this opinion. Nobody else has the same mind that I have. So I think just we should all just try to remember that when those moments come up.
Nice. And I can speak for all of us with Kurt talking about change. We're not being fucking boomers and talking about Splash Mountain. Every single one of us wants to see the Splash Mountain retheme. I honestly think that's the most justified change that Disney is doing. And if you're fucking crying about it, like, boo-hoo to you. Like, if you actually saw what that ride is themed after and you're okay with it just because of your fucking nostalgia, fuck off.
Yeah,
like,
I would like to officially rename my therapy session to clickbait. Because after talking through all that, it really just boils down to clickbait. I feel like every single day when I open up Instagram or when I go to post something onto Foreverland, I see another clickbait article on all this new stuff that's coming out, and then I look at it and it's like, well, it's not really new, or it's not really a thing that's going on anymore, or that's going to happen.
Dude, it's so bad too.
So, yeah.
It's like the three main media outlets, which we're not going to name for legal purposes, are the worst about it.
Yeah.
It's the ones literally, you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what we're talking about.
And it's just like I said, like, Snow White's Scary Adventures, Enchanted, whatever the fuck it's called. Like, that's probably going to be the first ride I'm going to go on. But I'm like, I will be first in line to go on Splash Mountain when it's rethemed. I will be the first to sign the petition to revamp Disneyland's castle. Like, those things should change. These things should be happening. But you don't gotta fucking make a clickbait article about it just to nickel and dime us for clicking on your goddamn website.
Preach.
This is why we don't have a blog.
Literally today, there are still people upset about the fucking retheme of Splash Mountain. Still.
Get over it.
I saw a post on one of those outlets. It's like, if you could change one thing about the parks right now, and someone was like, the retheme of Splash Mountain, and it had like 100 likes. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? But anyway, good therapy session, Kurt.
Yeah, thanks.
For sure.
I feel better. Better. Let's head into a coping session. I don't know whose session it is this week.
It's not mine.
You're looking at her.
God.
I've been kind of like teetle-tottling back with what coping session I wanted to do. Because as of last week, I think I wasn't. I don't know. When we last chatted about how I was like, I think I'm running out of therapy sessions. And Nick was like, no, you're not.
Yep.
She was like, do you not recall the panic attack that you had at Hollywood Studios? But I want to save that one because that's a good one. That gave me a free sticker and a free water bottle, which accumulates to about $10 in Disney money.
Nicole, you are like the queen of getting free things at Disney parks.
What? I mean, like the sticker and...
Did you not hear me or what?
What do you mean? I'm the queen of getting free things.
This apparently you just got a sticker, a water bottle, you got a pretzel on your birthday.
Okay, but my birthday pretzel is because they saw my birthday pin and me by myself, and they were probably like, "You poor thing, I can sacrifice a $10 pretzel." But no, my sticker and water bottle.
But I love how when you told us that it was free, we like attacked you like seagulls, and we're like, "Okay, thanks, bitch."
Literally, we were like, "I'll be taking some of that."
Okay, what's your coping session for this week?
It's going to be how to navigate a festival. I mean, like, being somebody with anxiety, I want to talk about how, like, specifically a festival, not just, like, a park, not Epcot in itself, but, like, going up to the booths, like, avoiding the crowds, like, where the fuck to eat. Just shit like that, because, like, Epcot's big, but, like, it ain't that fucking big, and everybody flocks to the goddamn World Showcase. So, yeah, I guess it's just like, I don't know. Nick, you've kind of been there more than... I'm not turning this coping session into... What?
How do you cope, though? How do you cope with that?
I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah,
I want to hear...
That's fair.
Your opinion is valued here. So before I jump in...
Okay.
Yours is, even though you're not in the parks all the time, your opinion is just as valid as mine.
I mean, that's fair. I guess my brain just kind of went like, we kind of stopped. So we're going to talk about navigating a festival. The way that I cope with that, because it's always fucking crowds. It's crowds everywhere. And I've been once in the pandemic. We went for my birthday in September.
Oh yeah, that was a festival.
That was festival of
Food and wine.
Food and wine, bitch.
Food and wine festival. No, the best way that I can cope with the crowds is Epcot's got a lot of those like side little areas. You know what I'm talking about? It's like where we ate the Kurt, you got some like seafood something, some shrimp something, and then
like kind of like along the water.
Yeah. They've got like those like trees in the middle, and then they cut next to the water kind of thing. Those are my favorite shortcuts to take, and like hiding behind the buildings to eat, great. But that's kind of how I cope. I mean,
I would say that like I feel like Nick, you have the most experience with going. I mean, because you live in Walt Disney World, basically. You're basically Cinderella's next door neighbor. So like I would love to hear your opinion on this matter, because I feel like I don't really have ways to cope with this. I mean, I think the only thing that I could really say is like planning, right? Like research ahead, you know, a lot of stuff that we said last time about the Flower and Garden Festival. But I will say one thing that I really like to do when it comes to crowds at Epcot is to go counterclockwise around the World Showcase. I feel like 95% of the people go left, because that is what you are taught to do when you navigate things through life, like traffic or crowds. You always want to go to the left. Nobody goes to the right. The same thing if like a line queue splits, you want to go to the right because everybody goes to the left.
Are you a Canada starter or a Mexico starter?
Yeah, Canada, because nobody's over in Canada. Because also, if you think of it, nobody really likes the there's no like I don't know, there's no like drinking booths except beer. There's like a bridge. There's
Mexico for the fucking
everybody runs to
margarita.
Mexico. Everybody goes up to Italy. Like everybody, I feel like a lot of people tend to stay on the left side of the World Showcase, and I feel like it's also very saturated with pavilions. Where the right side, I feel there's gardens and there's space and there's like places to walk around and sit. So I think doing that helps me alleviate the stress of crowds at Epcot.
For sure.
And I could be completely wrong. That could be just something that I've made up in my head to deal with that. But I think that helps me. I think that's really all I would have to say about that.
That's actually a good strategy. That is kind of a thing that I've noticed, especially because a lot of people forget that the World Showplace is a thing. And like going right and getting into the World Showplace is the best scenario for any festival goer. The World Showplace is like a giant, it's like almost like convention center sized building where they have like 3 festival booths and like 100 tables. And it's like so nice. Carol plays the piano.
They also got Carol. Oh, yep.
They got Carol. It's always like really blasting cold in there. My favorite place to eat in the festival is inside of there. I've never not gotten a table in there before. So yeah, go right, man. Like you're right. There's only 2 pavilions until you hit like that midsection on the back side of the showcase where there's 3. Yeah, there's 3, and 2 out of the 3 are like the most popular pavilions on the showcase. So that is smart to go right instead of left. Even if you want that avocado margarita, it'll be there for you. Also, get there at open. Like, I know 11 o'clock is a little early to like maybe start your eating, but I would suggest getting inside of Epcot by 10:30 So you can start heading to the showcase by like 10:35 and being on the showcase before 11 and before the booths open. Best thing ever is doing like an early lunch and getting all of that done right away, because that showcase starts getting like packed at like 3, 4, 5 o'clock. My other thing is waiting until the nighttime. Literally, crowds dissipate by 7. If you start eating at 7, the showcase is sometimes open until 9, 10, and the booths stay open until like 9. So Michael and I had been there like all day, and we hadn't eaten, and it was like, I think like 8:45. And any booth we wanted, there was nobody there. Literally, the people, like, it's not even like they were cleaning up. They didn't look like they wanted to be done. Immediately could order, plenty of places to sit, and everyone starts leaving Epcot at like literally 7. Either they're really drunk and they want to get home, or it's just like kids who have been there, and there's nothing to do at Epcot for kids past like 7 o'clock. So that is, I think, my biggest advice for coping with the crowds is planning around them. Because midday, if you're going to eat on the showcase, like,
Good luck.
I don't want to say like deal with it, but you're going to have to use a lot more of those techniques of finding these hidden places to eat.
Which at Walt Disney World, it's
There's
very
no
minimal.
seating. Now, like I said earlier, I would love to do an episode where all we do is just rank, like we give you guys all the secret places. If you're a person with anxiety, or you have panic attacks, if you need a secret place to like deal with your shit, or if you need a secret place you don't like to eat in front of people, I would love to do a whole like video section on just park by park, our favorite places to go when we're having a lot of anxiety. But the showcase is literally has the best hidden places. So if you do decide to do like Peak Festival, make sure you maybe find some of those secret places to eat and just have some space.
Yeah. Great. Well, great coping session. That was really nice.
Yeah. Honestly, if you haven't been to a festival, like I went to the Festival of the Arts and it was crazy. And then there was like 3 days where there was no festival, and I went to Epcot and it was literally dead. And then Flower and Garden started up and it was crazy again. And it's like, if you haven't been to Epcot during a festival, you might not know what we're talking about. So you might need these tips. So it was a really good one.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for listening. Make sure you tune in next week, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, right here, wherever you're listening to. And
maybe like go to, did you say
so.
YouTube? I think you did say YouTube.
I think I did. Oh, also some exciting news. We just reopened our Etsy shop for the Foreverland
Fairy
shop.
Tale Shop.
No, the Fairy Tale Shop.
Yay.
Shop with 2 P's and an E.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we opened that up. We have some handmade, custom designed stickers, and we will be rolling some more out as the time goes on, but we've already made a couple sales, which is pretty exciting. So head over there if you want some Disney stickers, some theme park stickers, some magic in your life. Maybe you're a fan of The Office and Harry Potter. We have something just for you.
Maybe you just want to support us.
So make sure you head over there, but
Or not.
yeah. But like we said in the beginning, I'm Kurt.
Nicole.
Hey.
And we are magically unstable. We will talk to you guys next week.
I'm Paul.